Hello guys, today we're going to talk about the digestive system. The digestive system is basically a tube that is about 9 meters long, and it starts with our mouth and it ends up in our anus. It is a hollow tube that runs through all of our body, and it helps us to get the best out of the food. There are two types of digestion: mechanical digestion and chemical digestion. For example, when we take food into our mouth and we chew it in order to make it smaller, that's mechanical digestion. Our mouth moves in order to make the food into smaller pieces, and because of this movement is why we call it mechanical digestion. As we're chewing the food, our mouth is filled with saliva. Saliva contains enzymes, and enzymes, it helps us to start digesting the food. So enzymes are going to help us start digesting the food even when it's only in our mouth. We call this chemical digestion. Then it goes from our mouth to our gall, and from our gall it goes to our stomach. Our stomach stores all of the food that gets in there, and it mixes it with stomach acid and with enzymes. The stomach acid destroys all of the bacteria that might be in the food, while the enzymes helps to start digesting the food. It helps to separate the food into smaller particles, and it speeds up the process of digestion. There are a lot of enzymes according to what they have to do. Enzymes, they are similar to the specialized cells. Enzymes, they have a very specific, well, not a very specific job, but they have to do their job with very specific particles. So according to the enzyme that we have, it's going to work with a different nutrient that we're going to give. In our stomach, the food is transformed into a smooth paste, and then this paste is passed to the small intestine. It is passed little by little. When food is in the small intestine, it is easier for our body to absorb all of the nutrients. In the small intestine, you have more enzymes that are going to help you to get all of the nutrients that we can get, and that are going to do this faster. And a lot of the enzymes that our body uses in order to help with digestion come from our pancreas. After all of the nutrients that our small intestine can get, the paste that we had thanks to the stomach passes to the large intestine. In the large intestine, all of the water is absorbed and then is sent to the blood, and what is left in there is basically a fiber. If you remember, fiber is not something that we're able to digest, but in our large intestine there are a lot of bacteria that are able to digest fiber. So they take fiber, they use it in order to produce energy, and some of the ways that they have are vitamins. So this bacteria takes all of the fiber that we cannot digest, it digests it itself, and it sends vitamins that we're able to use. Later, the large intestine turns this fiber and this bacteria into feces, and the feces is stored in our body until it goes out through the anus. That is the journey that food has to make in order to give us all of the nutrients. That's how our body takes all of the energy, all of the nutrients that it needs to give to the rest of the cells in our body. Right now, I'm talking way too little about enzymes, but enzymes are very complex and they're very important in our body. They're in charge of helping us speed up some reactions. Most of the process in our body, in our digestion, maybe it could happen on their own. I mean, maybe when you get something into your body, you're going to be able to digest it on your own. But enzymes are going to help you speed up this process. They're going to help you to make this faster and to make it easier for your body. And you have a video, you're going to have a video somewhere in here about enzymes. I'm not sure I can explain enzymes without visual aids. So instead of just putting the visual aids in here, I'm going to give you the link in order for you to watch the video. And I think the video explains it easier. It explains better what enzymes are and what they do, what's their job. That would be it from me today. Go and watch the video. you have the link in there. I also put the link below on another video that explains digestion, but it explains it deeper. It talks more about each process and about how each organ in the digestive system is formed, how it works, and what are the tissues that it has. So if you want to know more about the digestive system, that is a great video to watch. It has more information, and I think it's in 2 parts. So if you're more interested about digestion, how it occurs, and how each organ works differently, and how each organ is amazing working on its job, you should go and click in there too. So, well, there's nothing else for me to say. So I'll see you next time, guys.